Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So I'm going to be talking about my planner and journals. It is morning, but I don't have enough light going through my window, so sorry for the artificial light. We're going to be talking about my Hobonichi Weeks. So this is my most home cover that I've had for like 2 years now, or at least almost 2 years. And I actually conditioned it again the other day, and I feel like it went a tiny bit darker, mainly around like the edges here, but like just for a comparison to what this used to look like, because this is apricot, that's how much darker it is. It is so much darker now. I do have stains on her and stuff, but you know, I still love my Filofax, but I wanted like a slimmer cover. I was in the slimmer cover mood. So anyways, so I got my cards in here, and then my actual planner, and I just put some sticky notes in here. Haven't done anything new with this. Still using this as my menstrual cycle tracker. And then my monthlies are looking like this. So I just did like a tiny bit of decoration, but it's mainly just appointments and like things that I need to make sure that I do throughout the month. Some goals down here, nothing too special, but I'm glad that I'm actually using this because I don't usually end up using it. Then I got another tab which brings me to my weeks, and I'm just gonna go back a few. So I left you guys on this one. So as you can clearly see, I suck at doing reviews. And I think I did say in my last video that I was going to move this into my cousin, but we'll talk more about that hopefully if I remember by then. But basically I took it out on this week, and I put in my symptom tracker again, but everything else stayed the same. So what I need to do for the day / did for the day in here: meals, notes, my habits that I want to focus on, and then my Alistair method, and then I had symptoms. And then the next week I took out my habits because I put them in the back, which I'll show you in a minute, and I kept the symptom tracker because I like to see the symptoms with the food and stuff like that. And then I also did the Alistair method, so, and then notes still, and food, and a lot of stuff that was kind of going on that week. And then I've kept the same type of layout, and then we're up to this week. So it's very simple. Went a bit weird, not like weird, but like I usually every single week I will do it like this, and for some reason my brain wrote the week out, like the word week out like this, and then I was like, I don't know if I can fit 42 in that, so let's just do cursive. And so it's the odd one out, it's the odd week out, which is kind of fitting because I'm starting to I'm classing this as like my first week of my new fitness journey type of thing, so it's kind of fitting, I guess. Anyways, so I've been enjoying that, and then I have another tab at the top, and it brings me to my tracker, which this is the best I feel like I've done with a tracker in a hot minute, like a monthly one. But basically I got inspired by Dandelion Diaries, I believe it was. And so I've just got like medication, showering, teeth, hydration, stretch, movement, journal, if I've had any Coke for the day, or like soda, take out, hair, if I've left the house, study, depression, anxiety, meltdown, if I feel disconnected. And then this is like my productivity tracker, where I did like nothing. I did some of the things that were on my list, I did half of the things that are on my list, I almost completed the list, and then I did all the things on my list for the day. The only thing is that some days my list is like one thing, and sometimes my list is like a million things. So I guess it's not like the best way to track it, because again, it varies upon the day. So like, for instance, like one day I might have like 5 things to do on my list, but I'll only get like a score of like, say, mid, whereas in another day I only have 1 thing to do and I get high, you know what I mean? But anyways, and then I just keep this here to like protect the other page. And this is going to be my one for next month. I'm going to try doing a chart for my productivity, depression, and my anxiety. And I also want to add rumination over here because that's a problem I have. I feel like there's one more that I wanted to track, but I can't remember what it was. And this isn't finished yet. I still got, I think it's the 22nd today, so I still got 9 days to figure out exactly what else I want to add in here. But this is the general foundation. This Tombow color is actually the color that's for my Hobonichi Cousin, so I'm coordinating it with my weeks as well. So I think I'm going to go with Hunter Green for next month, but I just need to pick one of those up at some point before the end of the month. hence why it's not filled in. But yeah, but that's basically how I'm using my weeks. I'm not doing anything else with it. So, and this is a pencil board that I usually put in the middle of my plan for my week that I'm on. And then there is my Hobonichi Cousin, which honestly it's not that I've been struggling with it, it's just that the end of last month was not really great for me and stuff like that. So I've kind of been like kind of just dipping in and out of this, but still staying fairly consistent. So like I'm not mad at myself or anything like that. I don't know what to do with this page. I don't know yet. I have to figure something else out. But I'm still using this as my finance. That's my finance so far. It's actually been pretty good. I won't lie. Pretty happy with my finances. Yep. And then we'll just go to, yeah, as I said, let's not talk about today, but like the last, like, I think it was like since the last video that I did, that was like the rest of that month, I just did not want to like be in here. And so I didn't. I wrote stuff, I went back and I wrote some like titles down with the intention of writing, but I was just like, you know what, it's live. I was in a really bad period and that kind of shows that. And then I went back into it again for October. And yeah, I tried this, like, I really don't like this outline. That one's okay. I don't like this outline. It really bugs me, but you know, I just like trying new things again, just try and switch things up. As you can see, I was really trying this like box situation. You can see that like this page like has like less writing on it, and I just wrote bigger, which I don't normally do. But I didn't know what else to write on that page, so been adding quotes in and like doing side text and stuff like that again, and just playing around with it. I did this, which I think is really cute. So like playing with different, because usually I have them in the corners, so I really like that little middle one, and like playing with oh my god, what are these called? Broken lines. There we go. I started Hannah Montana again this month because I just had like a random urge to watch it, honestly. But I feel like Hannah Montana is like one of those shows I'm gonna come back to once a decade and rewatch, because I just freaking, it's like, I think it's actually like maybe the first show that I started like streaming online back in the day. So I have a very soft spot for Hannah Montana. Also, I freaking, don't read this if you don't want to get spoiled. But basically, I was really pissed off with Angel, so I had to like write a whole thing about it in here. And then this is my first therapy session, and I found out about, I didn't know exactly what schema therapy was before, but now I do, because she made me do a schema test. She isn't a schema therapist, but I think that she was just curious about my schemas and shit. Anyways, and this was like bang on. Like the quiz got me to a T. And so I started like looking into schemas and stuff like that. It was very interesting. Finished Angel this day, and I still haven't like wrote my review on it, but that's where the review, and this is very similar to how like last month I said I was going to write about Final Fantasy and then I never did. But as you can see, I'm very upset with Angel. I didn't like the ending, but that's, anyways, we're just gonna move on from that. And then I had a meeting this day, and see, I'm not doing the same layout. Like I've just did like a whole block text type of thing and stuff. Another quote, and like just morning and playing around with text again. And then it was my dog's birthday this day, so I just did this morning. I have to go back and finish like outlining and stuff like that, and adding maybe like a picture and some text and stuff. And then my friend was so nice yesterday. I was having like an anxiety attack, and he said this, and it was just so freaking nice. Also, the mattress is an inside joke. It's not rude, I swear. I feel like I say that every time. I feel like people will look at it and be like, what the fuck? Anyways, and Dad cooked me some meals as well, which was really nice of him. And then we're up to today. So that's how that's how I've been using the dailies. I just like totally skipped over the weeklies because honestly, I haven't used the weeklies in a hot minute. But today I decided that I was going to try out this like, what's going to be my main focus of the day, some affirmations, because I'm really trying to get into affirmations and like not positive thinking. I hate the word. I don't like the word positive thinking. Compassionate conventional words, I guess you could say. And then I'm going to do like a review of the day here, because I still really want to use these pages, but I feel like for some reason, I don't know why, but going in at the end of the day and like doing this seems like weird, but for some reason this seems okay, like having like a morning section and like an evening section. So we're just going to try it. I'm going to try and do a review at the end of this week, but I'm not promising anything to myself. This is just like the daily routine, like my ideal daily routine and my ideal like schedule for like stuff that I need to do for the house and stuff. And yeah, and we'll see how this goes. I'm not saying that it's going to stick because I'm very inconsistent with my weeklies, as you can clearly tell. I say as like I show you ones that are pretty like filled out. But yeah, so I just realized I'm not like a time tracker person. I mean, I didn't just realize that. I've always known it, but I go into phases where I like to do time tracking, and I think that's why it's still good that I have a planner that has this in it for those random occasions, but then I also have other uses for it, which are more likely to stick than the time tracking. But yeah, so this is kind of like my experimental ground, and then I feel like I've gotten a pretty good idea of how I want to use these pages and how to fill them out, and yeah, just still enjoying it. But as I said, I don't go into this every single day. I just kind of like go in it and work in it like a project basically. And also I did skip a page this month, and I don't know if I'm gonna go back. If I skip a page, I think I'm just gonna add quotes and stuff to it. I'm not gonna like stress out too much about it, because there's just some days where I really don't want to write anything, or there's nothing notable to write and stuff like that, and that's life, and that's what I'm convincing myself, and that's okay. And then there is my, as I called it last time, my black journal, and this has been going great. I've just been doing like really messy writing, and then also I've been highlighting like sections that I feel like the main points of the entry and stuff like that, to really like show what like the themes are and stuff like that, or like things that I keep saying that, like for instance, I keep saying I need to go for a walk, so I like highlight that, the word walk, so then I'm like, okay, that's something I need to do because I keep talking about it and stuff. In the back, I wrote about like all the dot point form of my trauma in the back, because I had to go and see my I seen a new therapist, so I wanted to have like bullet point forms of like the main stuff that I wanted to talk about with my childhood and stuff. So I have that in the back, but I also have like random like handwriting and just like a whole bunch of just random crap. And yeah, I'm really much still loving this, and I love that I don't like force myself to write every single day. I would love to write every single day, but I'm not that person. Sometimes I go into phases where I'll write every single day, but there's days where I just like absolutely do not want to touch a pen and paper, and like the most I want to do is touch my Hobonichi Weeks, and that's perfectly fine for me. So yeah, I wrote 2 pages this morning. That was really neat. So that is my setup. So not many changes, just like tweaks and stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you probably next month. Bye.